Hey guys, welcome to another plugin tutorial, and today it's on Skywars Reloaded. So I did this plugin a while ago, but it has changed significantly in the way you create maps. So I'm going to go over that, we're going to have a little game, and then we will hop into the config after to show you how you can change different variables and add kits and whatnot. So let me see, if I go into game mode 1, this is a random chest. Obviously you can edit what comes inside. And obviously the idea is to knock the players off or kill them. So yeah, you can make the maps however you want, which is pretty cool. I made this in a few minutes using World Edit. So if I go over here and kill my other account, he obviously used one of the kits, which is why he's got diamond armor. So you can obviously edit all of this in the config. And then we go, so I've won, I've got more points, and obviously points mean prizes, and you can buy stuff. There is a shop as well, and you can spectate people, and then you can obviously return to spawn and leave the game. Let's go ahead and just rejoin the server, like that, and we don't actually want any of this. We want to go to MVTP World, where we are going to create a brand new map. So I'm going to create a really small, simple one just for the tutorial, but yeah, this is the one I created that you saw in game. So basically you can make as many different platforms as you want. So let's go ahead and just create it using World Edit. So if we do CYL 155 and then 5, that will create a nice platform. We can stick as many chests on it as we want and other stuff, so you can make it however you want. These will all automatically refill each time you play. And then if we go out a few blocks and do the same command, maybe a bit smaller like that, and get rid of all these blocks, we don't need them. Yeah, maybe up here we can add some sort of interesting tree. But yeah, we just do this quickly. Really tiny tree, just to show you how to create it. And obviously what we need is a beacon for the spawn point, and obviously chests, and you could have furnaces if you wanted to, but you don't really need that. All you need is a beacon and a chest. And then we put the beacon a few blocks up. As you know, they spawn on it and then they drop down when it disappears, like that, something along those lines. And you can use World Edit to copy the whole thing, and then you can duplicate it. So I'll quickly show you how to do that. Go to the middle, do // copy, rotate it 90 degrees, paste without air, so you do -A, and then you repeat the command a few times. So then it should look like this, and there we go, you've got your own little map. So once you've done that, you are going to want to select all of the map using World Edit again, and then you can save it as a schematic. So this is definitely the easiest way of doing it. So the way to save it as a schematic is by standing on top, copying it, all of the map of course, and doing schematic, save, and a map name, so map 2. Then if you do SWR, it will show you all the commands. So let's go ahead and do SWR create, and then what are we going to call it? Test? Yeah, might as well. And then it will put you into an empty void map. So in here you can either build your own map, or you can just import the schematic. So that is obviously the easiest method. If anything goes wrong, you've still got the schematic, yeah, just in case. So then you can do schematic load, and then what was it, map 2, make sure you use 2 slashes, and then paste -A, which obviously doesn't load the air blocks and is a lot less laggy, and that should work. So once you've done this, you'll have all the spawn points here and here. You can edit it if you want, and then you can just do /SWR save, and then the map name. So as you can see in chat, it has been created. Then we need to actually register it so players can play the map. And then if you go back to your spawn world, we need to set the location where players are teleported when the game is over. So just set spawn, like that. And up here we can look at some things. So SW Games shows any games that are going on at the moment. There isn't any. So then if we do SW Menu, we can have a look at this awesome menu where you can buy kits, you can buy colours of glass, which is a really cool feature, particle effects, and projectiles. So yeah, this plugin has improved massively last time I saw it. And I believe there is only a couple more commands like stats, just pretty nice, pretty straightforward. Spectate, and we are going to do SW kit list. So here are the maps. If I do SW join, maybe caves, this is the default map. I didn't create it, it just came standard. We can look at the kit menu, and here we go. So this is an example. You can give people enchantments, potion effects, and set a cost. Game options, pretty awesome. You can vote for chest type if you had any, vote for jump boost, and loads of other things. So this is amazing. It's completely changed. So you can vote for dusk, weather, could be raining. So yeah, this is really amazing. And then you can obviously return spawn if you didn't want to play anymore. Obviously when players join the game, they get these 3 items, and yeah. So that's pretty much everything in game. Obviously you can edit a lot in the config, which is where we're heading now. So here we are in the plugins folder, and as you can see there is a lot of folders and YML files. So most of them are pretty straightforward, so we're going to start at the top with the kits folder. Now up here we have the only kit, which is here by default. You saw this in game, so it has potion effects, it has these items which I dropped on the ground, and obviously this is the lore, the cost, etc, etc. So if we want to create a new one, all you got to do is basically just copy and paste it, rename it here to something else, such as warrior, and then go into your new file. You can rename it here as well, and give it an icon, so you can change it to anything really. This is all very straightforward. Menu position, this is important that you change this. If they're in the same place it will glitch out, so obviously you can go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Details, this is lore, you can change that to what you want. And down here you can add or remove potion effects, such as poison. I don't know why you'd give them poison, but that's a pretty straightforward one. And then the length of time that it affects the person, so maybe 20 seconds, and how strong it is, so the second level of strength. And up here, this is also straightforward, so you could give them maybe beef, if that's the correct name, or carrot. Carrot's easy. And then maybe 32 carrots, like that. And obviously you could give them an enchantment, but what's the point? So maybe damage all 4, is that the correct way of doing it? I'm not sure. But you can look this up on this, and it will tell you all the enchantments, so yeah. Sharpness 4 on carrots. So that's how you create multiple kits. And as you can see, you can change the price here. So if we go back, these 2 folders you don't want to touch. They're just the player data and the maps that you created. Then if we look at the chest files, so up here, this is also pretty straightforward. The first number is the percentage out of 100 that it will appear. So obviously 100 it will definitely appear, and 1% it will probably never appear 1 in 100 times. So yeah, let's create a new one just to show you how it works. So 50% wood colon 2, so what's that, birch, and 32. So there's a 50% chance that you'll get 32 birch wood in the random stuff chest. And then you can add more like that. So it's pretty straightforward. So I don't want to make this video too long. I know it's probably over 10 minutes already. And you could also do the same thing here. Now the actual config, this has a lot of things in that you can change. So you can give them commands that they can use in-game. You can change sounds. There is a list of sounds somewhere on the internet. Just Google it. It's pretty easy to find. You can change the lobby menu items and other items, but I'd leave this all the same because it's fine. But up here, I'd set sign join mode to true. The way to create a sign is square brackets with SWR in, and then the map name on the second line. You can also allow people to join via a pressure plate. Lots of people have had problems with that in the past, but I've found it works fine. You can use an external economy if you want to, rather than a coin method. Minimum percentage players, so if the map has 4 players, it needs 2 to start. So that's pretty cool, rather than an actual amount. The next few files that we'll be looking at, such as the glass colours and the shops, are pretty straightforward. You can have the colours here and then the cost. So maybe people would prefer colours like orange and magenta, and you could make these more expensive than, say, black or brown. So if we go to both shops, this shop, which is pretty straightforward, you can add more items by adding the cost at the start, then the item, and obviously the amount at the end. So like that, 500 for a diamond sword. And then the spectate shop is formatted in the same way. You can obviously add various different enchantments like that. So if we go into the projectile effects, this is formatted in the same way as the glass colors, and the particle effects same way. So yeah, that is mostly everything. There's only a few more left. The messages and OP chest. So I wouldn't mess with the messages. There's so many here. It would just take you ages to edit them. So leave that alone. And OP chest is the final one. And obviously this is formatted in the same way as the first chest that we went in. So yeah, that's how you do that. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you next time.